Welcome back. Last time we went to the Nether and did some fun stuff there, but today I think we will start on a brand new structure. And with that in mind, let's come over here and look at the place where I have all the bits and pieces laying around that I use. Right here we have a set of pylons with a door, and behind it we have some towers and some smaller pylons, along with some houses and a small tomb over there. We have a gateway through one of the walls, a medium-sized pylon, and a small pylon. A really small one. But I think today we will use the medium one, and that will be the start of our temple. I think we'll start at the front and work our way back. In fact, I think I'm going to show you how I build it from absolute scratch, and to do that we will have to hop into Mcedit. Alright, so here we are in Mcedit. We will start by laying down the first pylon. And then I think we need a pair of sphinxes on either side of the door, like so. And I think we will need now a medium-sized obelisk. And we will flank the door with a pair of those. And another pair of sphinxes on either side of the obelisks. That should take care of the front. Now let's move along to the first courtyard. I think along here I want to have a colonnade on both sides, like so, and then another pylon. But the question is, how far back do I put the pylon? Well, in order to figure that out, we need to set some temple walls in here and then start the colonnade here. And then we need to see how wide this central space is going to be left over, because we will take the width of that and sort of make a golden rectangle out of it, I think. And wherever that ends back here somewhere will be where we site the next pylon. Alright, I have the side wall started. Now we will put that in segment by segment. I'll just show you how I paste them in here. One segment and another one. Make sure it's lined up. And another one, and so on and so forth. And that's how we put these entire city walls together around here that you see. I've also put together over here the central line of the temple. I should have laid that out first, but here it is. You can see it back here in the outline in granite. And now that we've got the wall partially in, let's go ahead and start thinking about putting in the colonnade here. And I'm only doing this on one side for the moment because I'm just going to select all this, copy paste it, and mirror it over here. To start with, I've smoothed out the other half of the wall in here so we can have a smooth space to put our columns. And we will extend the bedrock foundation a little bit. And let's see if that's enough. Let's grab our columns here and do a test fit. So I think we want the back columns to be flush with the wall. So it needs to come out another 3 blocks, I think. So there's 3 blocks. Put our columns back. Clip it into the wall a little. And it's going to look pretty good. Now let's test fit them here with the pylon, because we're going to have a little bit of interference here, I think. Let's see. Yep, this is going to be messy. I think we will get the columns where we want them down here. And then we will just extend the roof. Let me work on that. So how we're going to do that is we are going to take a copy of this roof segment here that I've selected, and we're going to bring it over here and just clip it into the pylon. Like so. And we're going to just move it over here. Like this, and make sure you don't have copy air selected here. If you don't have that, you can clip anything into anything, which is one of the very powerful tools that Mcedit offers. It's been just invaluable to me. There we go. Now we have our roof flush with the pylon. That doesn't look too bad. There's a few places here that we will want to clean up, I think. Fill that with a little diorite. And fill this one too. There we go. So now we just take our copy of the columns here and copy them over. And just clip them into each other on the edge here to make sure it all lines up. And this is one of the reasons I like using columns so much, because it's just very easy to build a repeating pattern. Now we need to take some measurements. So we want a golden rectangle in this courtyard, so that means that this right here is 27 blocks to the center, so that's 26 plus 1 plus another 26 is 53, so that means that the golden rectangle this way should be about 85 and a bit. But because we can only choose 1 block increments in Minecraft, the a bit doesn't help us. So I pretty much just shave it to the nearest odd number, which is going to be 85. So let's measure that out here. 85 brings us to here. So we will select block 86 over here and draw another line on the ground. And from here, what I'm going to do is copy this first segment and see how close we can mirror it on the other side here to save us some trouble. So we will select it, and let's get a good place to copy it at, I think. Would be about right there. Copy. Put it over here. Hit mirror to reverse it. I just love using mirror. That's the best function outside of clipping through the air in Mcedit. And then we will bring it over here. So that's a little bit too far forward. So let's bring it over here. And it's now a little bit too far back. So we can't get an exact one. But I think it's closer if we do it this way. Let's see how the other side looks. Nope, the patterns on the outside do not match up. Okay, that's a problem. That is a problem. So, because it doesn't match up, we can't easily mirror it, so we're going to have to do it the slightly harder way. Which means that we just grab another pylon here, like the first one, and set it to where we want it, which is about right here. It's actually about right here. So we want it to be 85 from pylon to pylon. So we'll copy that in. We will use the selection tool to make sure the block distance is right. 85, good. And we will extend the walls back here to clip into it, just wherever that happens to be. And there we are, and we'll paste it in. It messes up the pattern here a little, but that's easily fixed. This is just a couple of blocks of obsidian. And fixed. That works all right. Now we need to extend the colonnade. And that's the colonnade extended. It almost matches what we've got down there, so that's pretty good. We just need to extend the roof over to hit the pylon. And that looks pretty good from this side. Let's see how it looks from in here. Yeah, not too bad. And I think on the inside we need a couple of medium-sized statues here, along with some more sphinxes. A medium-sized statue. And we will plop that down over here. Oh, he's facing the wrong way. We'll just hit mirror. There we go. And we'll have him sitting roughly about there, I think. Let's go through the door and look at that. Yep. That looks like the right position. And let's put in some sphinxes over here beside the door. And we'll set those down. Let's see if we can get them to be in line with the Pharaoh statue here. Yep, that looks all right. I think we are now ready to mirror this entire thing on the other side. So we will use our handy center line here. Start the selection over there, extend it all the way up over here. And copy. And mirror. And line it up. The top of this obelisk here. Hit paste. And wait for the slow Mcedit rendering ability to put it in. And there we go. We have the first courtyard of the medium-sized temple up and running. It's just roughed out at the moment. This needs to be some more details put in, probably some fire pots and a pavement down here and everything. So let's go down to the door here and take a look at what we've got. In fact, let's go outside a minute. So we've got our exterior with our obelisks, and we go in through the doors. And then we come to the first courtyard with the columns on both sides. Looks pretty grand and impressive, I think. And from there, we are going to want to go through to the next area, which is not built yet, but we're going to tackle it right now. I think back here, we want a pillared area. Completely enclosed. This one's open, but we want this one to be enclosed and smaller than the previous section. But the question arises again, how far do we put the pylon back this time? It's going to be closer than this one, but how much? Well, we've already established a golden rectangle for this temple. We established this distance here at 85. So I think the next dimension we will choose to put it back is the short dimension at 53, and we will make it the long dimension over here. See how that works? So we will select 53 there, and here, and select our pylon, and make sure it's in line with the other one. Scoot it all the way back here, and that will give us the second dimension back here. And from here we just need to put in the side walls, and then we will start a colonnade in the center. But I'm going to need some larger columns than these to do that, I think. So we can have a taller roof that goes up to around here. Maybe around this height, I think. We don't want it to be too tall. But I'm afraid that's all the time we have today. So on the next episode, we will finish up the temple. I'll see you then.